AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Now let's get into it.
What's going on? Welcome back, YouTube fans and family. So, of course, again, it's time for the AJ Red Show. I'm back with another new fucking fantastic ass, motherfucking naked, nasty ass, grimy, gutter butt, just doing it to the wire ass nasty show. If you've all watched season 1 of P-Valley, motherfucker, I know you are on season 2. You have to be aware. So, but anyway, the bottom line is, let's discuss what the fuck went down in season 2, episode 1 of P-Valley. Here we go. So basically, I'll tell you guys what I gathered from the episode. Sorry, I did take my pre-shot, so there will be no on-screen drinking tonight for me, because I had a few already to get pumped up and get ready for the show and shit. So, but getting into the episode of P-Valley season 2, episode 1, started off really slow. Kind of how they left us on that big long motherfucking cliffhanger of who was, snuffed out, who left snuff juice on the floor, in the boom boom room, whatever the fuck they want to call it. I forget what they call it. In the VIP room, when it came to, Haley's situation and Kiana, whatever the fuck girl name is, her situation with being with the white dude that's controlling and, telling her what the fuck to do, and Diamond trying to actually get her out of the shit, and the bitch actually turned on Diamond at the end of season 1. So, kind of picking back up, they moved really fucking slow, with giving us the storyline as to where they were going, this birthday party shit, old boy going to, the pussy land, and, was supposed to be going down to the grocery store or the corner market and pick up a little knick-knack and snack and some shit like that. But the motherfucker ended up sitting at this intersection so long looking at Mercedes crazy-ass mammy on the fucking billboard talking about how she's saving souls and doing so much with stolen money and whatnot. And if you watch season 1, you know what I mean about stolen money. And on the right, it was kind of like that, devil on the left, angel on the right type shit. It's kind of what he was dealing with. I can't remember old boy's fucking name because it didn't even really mention it in the show again, but I have to re-familiarize myself with the fucking show because they've been gone for a while. But I do remember a lot because it was a good fucking show. It made a very big fucking impact when it hit the scene. So anyway, moving on, the man made this decision to go to, free wings to get a motherfucker caught up real quick. I'm suspecting. Me personally, I love wings, I don't like them doused in the sauce and shit. And I like my wings, fried crispy. A little hard like my chicken. I want a little crunch to the shit. I don't want, If you know what I'm talking about, drop down in the comments and holler at me about the motherfucking fried chicken. You want your shit crispy and hard on the outside. You don't want some old, mischievous ass self-denial motherfucking well put off fucked up ass soggy chicken that's supposed to be fried. But anyway, moving on. The hot wings is what got the motherfucking man, right? And it wasn't just that, it was the cherry topper, was the titties and shit like that. And then he decided to go right. And so he made the motherfucking right turn and went over into the car wash where old girl was holding the sign, spinning that bitch around like they like to do out on the streets and shit. He goes in and first thing you see, I think it was like $30 for something and $50 for a hand job and then $100 for the Mercedes experience. Alert, somebody. Alert saints. Hallelujah. So all you saints are mostly driving Mercedes and BMW anyway. We get the fuck off of that. But yeah, that was the menu. So he was like, shit, you know, charge it to my card, and I want the Mercedes experience. And so, what the bitch name is? Oh my goodness. She's standing in the booth. Y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. Yes, I had a few shots. I'm telling y'all, fuck that. If you watch the show, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. Standing up in the booth. Haley was standing in the booth, you know, looking all scrumptious and shit. And old boy was standing outside. Now, I was trying to figure out where the fuck are they going with this shit to my pussy land, you know. And it's a curtain that you drive into. So I'm like, okay, the first idea you get is basically you're doing like a haunted house, a drive-through strip show or some shit like that. It's what they're giving you. But basically, you know, yeah, off to the left, off to the right, you know, there's some naked girls doing some exotic shit in silhouette and, you know, doing their thing as strippers or whatever. So anyway, you know, as most straight men do, they down for the motherfucking cause when they see, you know, 5 or 6 chicks doing some shit, but then when they realize there's a nigga involved, you know, they back out. So the nigga wanted to back out of the shit when he saw that Uncle Clifford was standing in front of his vehicle. But shit, Cliff was just standing there to basically, you know, give you the introduction to what you paid for, which was the fucking Mercedes experience. Which all the guys in the previous season we all know Mercedes was the bottom bitch. It's no question. It's no doubt. We know the answer, if there is. But what I'm saying is, anyways, he thought that, you know, Cliff was rubbing on his crotch and his dick and shit and doing his little ooh la la, you know, splurge, his little spill or whatever, was going to be him being the finale, being the Mercedes experience. But I'm like, nigga, you driving an Infinity. So, you know, but nevertheless. But I mean, who the fuck doesn't want a Mercedes experience? If you haven't driven one or owned one, then I guess a lot of people. I, on the other hand, had the pleasure of owning one. And let me tell you, people, let me be the first to tell you, the maintenance, it'll get you. But she was a beauty. But anyway, getting back to the show, Uncle Clifford just wanted to introduce, you know, the pizzazz and shit. I mean, the bitch is the face of the show, honestly, as we all can tell. Look, I mean, look. The girl's the face of the show. So, I mean, quite honestly, who the fuck you expect to see kind of in the first 15 minutes of, first 15 seconds or first 5 minutes of opening season, especially something like P-Valley, one of the stars of the fucking show. But anyway, moving on, he was like, bitch, no. Wait. Don't throw it in reverse yet. And the man stayed. He saw the Mercedes experience and all this different shit. So much to where Uncle Clifford had to come back and offer the nigga a fucking some shit to clean out the dashboard and shit like that, and his free wings. He hadn't even. Most black folk always want the free food up front, or make sure give me my motherfucking wings. You know, I know the bullshit. Give me my wings, but. He wasn't thinking about that. He was thinking about the ass. And this bitch come out there with, you know, sparklers coming out the bottom of my motherfucking heels. I mean, where they do that at? Apparently, Chucalissa, Mississippi. Not Mississippi, Mississippi. But anyway, he got through that experience. He had a good time, apparently, as we all saw in the episode. Judging by the dashboard and the radio and shit. The man had a good time. You know, moving on into trying to figure out what the fuck was everything else was going on. I was surprised to see that the mayor died off of Chucalissa, because he was a motherfucker. You know, he was the first black mayor of Chucalissa, but at the end of the day, he wasn't really down for the blacks. He was more down for the greens. And anybody that watched the fucking scenes or the episode or any fucking season 1 or 2, you would know what I'm talking about. You know, about the casinos, how he can make money, shit like that, you know. and he can, mayors, they can sign off on shit and get shit popping and fat in their pocket, and which pretty much what the fuck he was doing. I don't quite remember this nigga's name in the fucking season or the episode because it's been so long. P Valley, don't wait this motherfucking long for season 3. But anyway, I digress. Like Sophia Petrillo says, I digress. But I don't recall his name. But let me just say the funeral was fucking beautiful. Those colors they chose, those are some gorgeous fucking colors. That lime green, and I think it's something like not a royal blue, but something like that. That was a great combo, especially for a suit. So thank you, Stars, P Valley, for another fashion tip of mine to put in my own back pocket real quick. But those colors were beautiful. I'm just gonna talk about now the shit with Haley trying to get more dancers. The bitches was hustling and bustling about the car wash and splitting the ends and the money and shit like that, and they're not used to that. But this is going to be filmed during COVID season, so they're going at an angle of we were not working, the club wasn't open, that kind of spiel, because of COVID and contact and all that different shit. And but anyway, the girls had a falling out behind, splitting up the ends because baby Mercedes saw that motherfucking account said negative $120. Bitch, don't none of us like logging in looking at our fucking account. Talk about negative $2 or $1. So 120, I felt her pain right then when that part came, into fruition. When it showed, I felt her pain. I haven't been there in a long time. Thank God, I have not been there in a long time to see a negative balance on my account. And per the words of Dorinda Clark Cole was spoken to me at one of their concerts with the Clark sisters, I'll never see another broke day again. And ever since she spoke that into me, I've been good. But we're going to get on some spiritual shit later on in another video. But the girls couldn't get along. The money being divided up, it's kind of like when you worked at a car wash. If you worked at a car wash, bitch, I done had some struggles. So fuck y'all. In my younger days, I did some shit to make it happen. And bottom line is, a bitch ain't too good. And for those of you all who are, apparently you're probably doing something nasty or some shit you're probably ashamed of to make your money, or you probably still live with your mama. Me personally, I don't. And have not for a long motherfucking time. And that's because I have pride to an extent. But anyway, car washes did that a lot. Would make one for the tips. They would make the one big pile, and then at the end of the day or the night or the shift, they would divvy up between all of the guys or females or whoever that helped detail, and everybody went home with something. So sometimes it's fair, sometimes the shit is not. And shit, baby Mercedes was popping off on the bitch and was like, look, that bitch is brand new and she ain't bringing this much money. I'm doing more than her. I'm carrying you bitches. And old girl's friend was like, no, bitch, she doing some of the same shit you do. She has some of the same moves and tricks. But I will say, Mercedes is really good, but per the last season, there are a lot of bitches. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of bitches. There are a couple of other bitches that was on there, like Kiana, or whatever her name is. That bitch was fire. And I think Mercedes was scared that bitch was going to steal her thunder, which she rightfully should have been. But the bottom line is they bickered and shit like that, bickered over the ends and the money because Mercedes was the only bitch that's sitting around saying, I ain't got nothing, and I'm carrying you hoes. And why I'm the bitch that's carrying y'all with my name and my buns, and I'm not seeing my ends. Well, child, Hater was like, bitch, I'm the owner now. It's me. Clifford only got 15% and yada, and different shit like that. So bottom line is they got over that part, went through a little something, get into the office and find out of $250,000, Hater done bailed Uncle Clifford motherfucking ass out in season 2 for the club. And Uncle Clifford, I'm thinking that later on something is going to come about that Uncle Clifford did not mention in that receipt repertoire when he was listing off shit that he had done with the money. I'm feeling like there's going to be something revealed later on in this season that says he did a little bit more with the money because, I mean, like the bitch said, all of it's not accounted for. You spend $50,000 over here doing the room, you know, you spent. Let me take that back. An unexplained amount on redoing the room that the murder happened in. Disposing of the body, you know, paying the girls, even though the struggle was happening during COVID and all that different shit there. You know, have to make sure the girls was able to eat, which, I mean, big ups because, bitch, there was a lot of corporations that was not willing or somewhat saying able to do so. So, hey, big ups to P-Valley and Pussy Land for keeping it popping for the girls and getting them their motherfucking cheddar during the COVID. But I'm expecting more is going to be added to that list that we did not expect and that Haley was not made aware of when she asked the question from Uncle Clifford. This shit between Uncle Clifford and Lil Murder, I feel like these bitches have made that connection of Butch Queen and, as they would say, Trey. And they're actually from two different worlds and they actually fell in love. And they are both trying to actually fight it, especially since this incident happened at the club. I think they're just really in denial about their feelings. I think more is going to come to fruition about the two of them, Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford. You know, during this second season, I think there's going to be more brought to the forefront of the whole situation. I think there's more to the story with them, and I think we may see either a glimpse, or maybe if not all, of what it is with them, because we saw a whole lot of fucking between the two of them in the first season. So, who's to say? And him with this fucking tour, Lil Murder. Let me tell y'all something. That's what I be talking about. Some of these females and some of these males, I'm going to say those of you that look at these niggas as trade and all this different shit, looking for a future with them and they're nothing but toys. I've never experienced that because I didn't want that. And I already had clairvoyancy on what the fuck that looked like. So therefore, if you can't give me 100, baby mama, we good. But this motherfucker living in this trap house, he doing his thing. He making his beats, and from what I hear, what I've heard, they're fire. I love them. I love them. I really do. But you living in this fucking trap house selling weed, trying to make a living, and nigga, you cooking fucking bologna in a pan, and trying to, like motherfucking, what that man name is, Chef Ramsay, bam, trying to put motherfucking barbecue sauce on a piece of bologna in the skillet. I've had some very subtle nigga moments. And I grew up, I'm not going to say poor, because we didn't grow up poor. But I grew up, we had struggles, you know what I mean? And I know what the fuck a fried bologna sandwich looks like. Not sandwich, but a fried bologna sandwich. Sometimes you ain't got no cheese to put on that hoe. You may not even have mayonnaise, so 9 times out of 10, you probably frying that bitch, waiting it to bubble up on one side, to flip that hoe over so that other side with that ring can get that good brown part in the back of it. Yeah, that good crispy, crunchy part when you get to the center of that sandwich. I even got so good with my shit, I toasted the bread. Fuck it, I had gotten elegant. I was uppity. I had uppity bologna fried sandwiches. But this nigga is dripped out in ice and diamonds and shit, but you living in a trap house with fried bologna sandwiches. I mean, get fucking real. And now you want a fucking tour with Kiana because you see this bitch is popping off on fucking social media, and y'all did one video together, and you got enough likes or hits, and now all of a sudden now you want to be, now you need this bitch. I mean, he needed her in season 1. Don't get me wrong. They made a good dynamic duo in season 1 towards the end. But her white ass baby daddy is not allowing that shit. That motherfucker bad, he won't let her go out to get some tampons. He said, bitch, your period ain't till on the 4th. It ain't nowhere near that time. What the fuck you leaving the house for talking about some motherfucking tampon? He's saying if it's coming early, you need to go up there and get you some tissue or one of them pillows and do your best to tuck it. Do your best to tuck that bitch betwixt your legs and let that hold your flow into the 4th. Other than that, I go out and get the burr and your tampons and whatever else a grocery run. But that bitch manipulated that man by putting them Pampers in that genie the day before and making it seem as though they had no diapers and she needed to run out for Pampers. He said, I go. She said, no. But anyway, I digress. He let the bitch go on down to the Dollar General and talk to the people. Well, try to talk to the people to get her some product so she can get out the house. But little did she know, she just wanted to be on the phone with her friends. But little did she know that Diamond was working the very motherfucking and I didn't understand how Diamond was just grabbing people by the face and shit. I wish the fuck security would have to my mask. Now, mind you, I kept my face condom on everywhere I went. Because I ain't want the Rona. You feel me? But I don't understand how you able to grab a motherfucker that's walking in about the jaws and make them turn them into a fish by the face and then go get your mask, tell them go get your mask or where your mask at. Bitch, I would have, yeah, Diamond would have got the business. And I ain't talking about in a good manner. But anyway, the way he turned her motherfucking ass away at that store, I didn't really feel bad for her, but I did in a sense. Even when he turned down the little pitiful necklace he tried to, he said, ain't no use of me having nothing that don't work. And I feel him on that. Ain't no use of having nothing. Ain't no use of having a car that don't drive you no motherfucking well. That you can't drive any motherfucking well. You feel me? You smell what I'm stepping in? Exactly. I know you do. But the bottom line is, the man said he didn't want to be bothered with her. And I felt him on that for the simple fact that I put my life in danger in first place to help you in your life and your children. When I knew what the whole snap was. You fucked around now. When I'm whooping this motherfucker's ass, you decide to pull a gun on me to help him. And I'm helping you. That's why I say learn who you're helping and realize who you're helping. And understand the meaning of that shit. And when they say they want help, what the fuck do you really mean by you want help? Because the bitch wanted help and she got it from Diamond, but at the same time she turned on the man and turned the pistol on him. That sounds so old. Turned the gun on him. What the fuck ever. She put a 9 on this nigga. While he's beating the brakes off a motherfucker that was beating the brakes off of her at the house. So people watch, learn your surroundings, learn your energy, and figure out who the fuck you need to keep around you, who the fuck you need to lose go. And apparently that white boy, she need to lose go. Because that I just knew by the end of season 1 that she and Diamond would end up together. And they did not. Actually, the shit turned so fucking fucked up to now they're at odds. And he's mad and he has good fucking reason to be mad and angry. You bitch, you was about to take my life. Or you threatened to take my life behind trying to save yours. What the fuck else was there? And no, fuck y'all, I didn't write no motherfucking notes this time, so I'm going off my fucking memory because I just watched it. So I can come to y'all motherfucking ass and make sure I gave y'all the skinny while it's fresh on my motherfucking what? Brain. But, Mercedes and Haley having this bickering about her bringing in new dancers. Well, bitch, the club about to open. Y'all's little, COVID restrictions have been lifted. Y'all can get back in the booty shaking business. And off camera in the room, like Kiana do, y'all go back into the building and shake them buns and get this bread. You know what I'm saying? So, rightfully so, it's only, I saw Mercedes and don't look like Haley dancing any fucking more. I don't think she ever did want to. You got, Mercedes the bottom bitch. You got whatever the little girl's name she was arguing with. You got about 3 or 4 bitches. And Diamond, Mercedes is saying, well, we splitting the pot between them. But bitch, you going into a bigger pond, bigger fish. Bigger pond, sometimes more fish if you're making money off them hoes. So I see Haley's prediction in her dream with saying, we're going back into the building of P-Valley. So what we want to do is bring more booties in business. It can't be just you 4 bitches up in there shaking your motherfucking ass. You know, I know you want to be the headliner and carrying on, but at the end of the day, Kiana was already somewhat taking that title from Mercedes, and for good reason, because Mercedes was about to step out and do her own thing in a righteous way, the way she saw fit, that she wanted to do things on the right level with more decorum, with more self-respect. You know, she didn't want to be in this shit forever. And so that was the whole issue. So, but Haley said, fuck that, we got to get more bitches and more booties up in here, because at the end of the day, the building is bigger, more shows, more time, more booties, more money, more motherfucking experiences. We get money off this shit, bitch. I'm the owner. I'm thinking from a business perspective. And I see her point, bitch, and I just found out that I ain't got but 25,000 left of this nigga I done shook for years of 250K. Yeah, I don't blame you, bitch. Bring in some more booties to shake. I ain't condone nobody go out there and shake their ass, but if you gonna own a business already and you in knee deep and got to get the motherfucking way out of there, go on hire some more booty and get the motherfuckers up in there and make your money. Especially now that COVID restrictions have been lifted in Chucalissa, Mississippi, honey. What else happened? This new mayor, I don't even know this white dude's name. Apparently not for him. They don't want to fuck with him. They don't deal with his likes. He claims, as most of those kind do, to have, I want to carry on your Godfather's dream. I want to see that it's lived out. I believed in it. Usually when they say shit like that, you got to watch. And I'm not saying for all. I'm just telling you, especially and particularly in politics. I tell you guys all the time, I have white friends, I have Hispanic friends, black friends, Latino friends, even Asian friends, and the more thereof. And these people are only around me because I exuberate a certain energy, and I expect a certain energy in return. It has nothing to do with their race. It has nothing to do with their gender. You know what I mean? I'm good over here in that department. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as relationship, I'm good in that department. I got what I need. Just saying. But in the end, I don't pick friends by their orientation or gender or shit like that. Is what I'm saying overall. But people like that in particular in politics, you have to watch. I'm not saying all of them are dirty, but majority. 95%, I see maybe 97%. Like pastors. I keeps it real on here, and it's gonna get more real as the time goes on. So if you can't fucking handle that, just go on, switch yourself to another channel, and find you somebody else to follow. But I keeps it real, and I keeps it honest, and I keeps it fair. It's always gonna be on this channel, but and when I do these motherfucking shows. But having said that, I don't feel like this man is. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna bring to the table. I don't know what his intentions are. I don't know what his motives are, but we shall see. You know, in the coming episodes of this second season. What other high points am I missing, y'all? Help me out if I'm missing some shit. Yeah, drop down in the fucking comments and let me know if I'm missing some shit. If y'all saw some shit that I haven't mentioned on here, on during the show, on this channel, make sure to drop down in the comments and tell me what the fuck y'all saw that I missed. I tell y'all that all the time because the field that I work in on my 8 to 5, yes, I have to be a very detailed motherfucker. So when I give all that energy to that, you know, doing 8 to 5, I still want to give just as much energy to this. So I do pay attention, and I've been watching the episode, but I wanted to do it while it was fresh on my brain. But if you guys seen anything that I missed, please bring that up and drop down in the comments. And please remember to like, subscribe, and share to the fucking channel. Don't be with all that, you know, iffy shit, all that ganky ass selling wolf tickets type shit. If you with a nigga, be with me, hang around, watch the fucking show. Let's see what's popping. Let's get this energy going. If not, if you don't like my cursing, because it's going to be more. to the left. But I love you still. Oh, I think probably last thing, Mercedes' mama, out there feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and healing the sick, and just laying hands and just doing what God told her to do with stolen money. God, he never gave you a vision like that. To go steal money, to do his will, his bidding. And I mean, she was out there, honey, serving the people, showing them her little CDs and shit. And I don't know what it was about her little sermons, I don't know what her sermonettes or whatever they call them with women. With the white gloves, child. The Mickey Mouse gloves, it was killing me. Standing in the rain as if though she's made some magnificent, I can't even say the fucking word. It's too many shots. Magnificent. Fuck y'all. And this is why I've got to get back into drinking more, because I've stopped. But these make the best shows, and this is the funny shit to me, because I'm going to watch this shit myself and I'm going to fucking laugh, because I'm not uneducated. I promise y'all. I'm not. And I'm very well spoken. And my etiquette, especially telephone and all that shit, I do this shit all day long. But I get home and get in my element with y'all. And certain shit I let slide off my mind and trying to be myself, my authentic self, and just let me be me. And certain shit I let it slide a little too far, and I kind of forget those big motherfucking words. But trust me, I can speak them bitches and I can spell them. So don't sleep on me. Because I keep getting that fucking word mixed up with Maleficent and this fucking with my tongue. But anyway, she's trying to make it seem like she's having some divine intervention by doing the shit that she's done to her daughter and betraying her daughter and stealing money from her. When I feel like if she had asked Mercedes behind, about getting a little something, because Mercedes had been feeding her in the church all the while, she only turned on her because the church cast her motherfucking ass out as a woman to not become a preacher or pastor. Well, there's plenty of churches nowadays that take females and women as pastors. They're called evangelists. Yeah. So she could have found her way in that realm. They would have given her a church easily with her dedication and devotion that she so-called has to the people and to money steal. To stealing people's shit. Like I was about to motherfucking say, she still stole her daughter's money, hard earned. And she knew where it came from. Giving it to the church. She knew it was booty money. She knew it was titty-tat-tat tips that she was giving to the church. All the while she was trying to pay her way in. Like most of the fucking Christians do now. Trying to pay their way or play their way or somewhat pray their way into heaven. She was trying to pay her way into that fucking seat when that man retired or went on about his business, or she wanted to be an associate pastor, whatever the fuck she wanted to do. And that's the fucked up part about it. These people in these churches will do all kinds of crazy, retarded ass, ridiculous, doctored up ass, phony ass bullshit to have a seat in somebody else's church, or just to have a church and have a following. I'm not that fucking eager to have a following. Be yourself. People will love you, I promise you, for just that alone. Now, the ones you want to love you for it and that don't see it, that's their fucking problem. But you will gravitate the ones that are actually meant to be around you and in that era and in your fucking energy. So stop being fake, y'all. Speak your fucking truth. Be yourself. Like Bernie Mac said on House Party 2, I think it was. Be yourself. Ain't nothing like being yourself. But I just thought it was kind of fucked up how she did, Mercedes. But in the end, the bottom line is Haley has a plan. And per last season, Haley is a slick bitch. She knows her shit. She knows some apparently con shit and some fraud shit to make it legal or whatever she has to do to get it done. And she doing that. And I think Mercedes need to go ahead and sit the fuck down and let Haley take this front seat and just be her ride or die. That's how y'all bitches got through the last part of our season 1, being each other's ride or fucking die. So, like in the words of the great Ian Van Zandt, trust the process. I got shut both that down. Trust the process, Mercedes. Haley is on to something, and if she's not, fuck it, it couldn't be no worse than what y'all faced at the end of season 1, right? So, I'm just saying, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I got some other shit to do and some other material to find for y'all black asses, white asses, Chinese asses, Indian asses, Nigerian, African, all that. I love all of y'all. For y'all asses in general to watch and to bring y'all back to comment, like, and subscribe about the shit that we discuss and the shit that we talk about. Well, that's the same thing. See, I told y'all, them shots, man, look. I done had about 6 of them hoes back to back before I got on here and did this show fucking around with y'all. Trying to get hype playing around with y'all. So y'all better get fucking hype and hit that fucking like button. And that fucking subscribe button. And talk back to me. I like conversation with ebb and flow. So I'm flowing. Ebb me. I'm ebbing. Flow back with me. But anyway, guys, I gotta get out of here. Like I said, I got to go find some more material. I have some more videos to make for you guys. Like I told you guys, I have more stuff coming, more material, more shows. And if there's anything you guys would like me to cover, again, like, subscribe, share, and drop down in the comments and let me know. You know, give me a subject or something. You know, what the fuck y'all want to talk about? I'm gonna keep finding shit, but I also want to be a fair bitch and say, well, hey, what do y'all want to hear my thoughts on? Right? All right. Well, anyway, let me wrap this up. As usual, I love you guys. Take care. Love on yourselves. Mostly love on somebody else. Stay corona free because the shit is still out there. I can tell you as a healthcare professional, it is still out there. But take care of yourselves. Love on yourself. Love on somebody else. And be authentically you. All right? All right. Love you guys. Later.